Today we are going to be making stamps, so you can make your own stamp and then stamp it on your own paper. The supplies you're going to need for today, that should be getting passed out either right now or in just a few minutes, is a piece of manila paper or construction paper, this little piece of foam, a blue pen and a red pen, as well as a dark Crayola marker. Any washable marker works. So to do this, I'm going to do a couple just so that you can see it as examples. You first, well, these are brand new pens, so let me make sure they're working. I just got these out of the box. Okay, so I'm going to do just a simple one first as the example. You take one of your colors. It can be red or blue. It doesn't matter. You draw something, anything. I really don't care, as long as it's school appropriate. Just gonna do simple and quick. So you did that first with one color. Now you're gonna take your second color and you're going to trace right over your previous color. So red and blue together make purple, so you know you've done it right if you start to see purple ink. The reason we're doing this is because if you did it, you want to trace over your lines twice, and sometimes it's hard to see if you've done it twice or not, so we're using two different colored inks so that we know for sure if we've gone over our lines twice. The reason we are going over our lines twice is to make an indentation. You want the indentation to be deep enough so that way this makes the negative part of our stamp. Now for the marker, your marker has a tip and it also has this flat side. We want to color with this flat side because that will allow us to color a lot more area quicker. Because if you're coloring just with the tip of your marker, you can't color very much, but if you're coloring with the flat side, you can color a whole lot really quick. So we're going to use the flat side of the marker. You want to color it really quick. Shouldn't take long. You flip it over really quickly, and you want to press on the entire back. Make sure that you're not moving it around. Then, when you pick it up, it should make a stamp. So it always reverses it. If you notice, the arrow is pointing this way on my stamp, but then when I made it, it's pointing this way. So if you want to do letters, you can flip this over and you can do something on the back as well. So if I wanted to do, let's say, the word art. A-R-T. Going over it a second time. You'll notice this won't work because I didn't flip it. Push all over. And it says tra in reverse. Even the R is flipped in the wrong direction. So if you do want to do letters, I suggest that you write it out first. Write it out first normally. Then you're going to have to flip the whole thing. You have to flip each placement. So H now has to go first. T, O, and then R has to face the opposite direction. And then W. So then I could do H, T, O, R, W. Go over it a second time. And then it will work. The common problems that kids have is they can't see it once they flip it. Once they flip what they've done, it doesn't work. The reasons it might be that when you're doing this, it doesn't work is because one thing it could be is that you're not going deep enough when you're drawing your lines. Another thing it could be is that you're using the tip of your marker and the ink is drying out before you flip it. and you're not coloring fast enough. Another thing it could be is that you color it real quickly, but then you're taking too long to actually do the flip and it's drying out before you flip it. So those three things are the most common mistakes that kids make. They either don't draw deep enough, or their marker ink is drying out before they flip it, either from coloring too slowly or flipping too slowly. Let me get another one. I like to do just simple geometric designs, like I like to do very simple things because then you can repeat it over and over. And I think it looks cool. But whatever you do, you have to go over it with both colors. Because if you don't go over it twice, then it's not going to be deep enough. And I have plenty of these. So if you mess up, I can give you an extra one, but I don't want to be wasteful and just pass out a million of these to kids that aren't trying. So I'm only going to be giving you backups if like you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just going to make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Okay. And then I like to do it like over and over to make a repeating pattern. I think that looks really cool. Yeah, it's cool. Okay. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. The respectful way to ask a question, because shouting out can just make things get real confusing. So please raise your hand if you have a question. I would love to answer that for you. This is going to be a test one. So like I made this real messy because this is more testing out the new technique of using these to make stamps. Tomorrow we are going to make stamps and we're going to put them on our bleeding tissue paper that we made yesterday. So we're doing this so we can get a hang of it. And if you mess up, it's no big deal because tomorrow's the day where we're gonna make the real one on the nice paper. So I hope you have fun with this. And if you have any questions, again, just raise that hand.